And staying in the United States, President Donald Trump has brought a new twist in the world of beverages. And it's not about what's inside the cup, but this time his target is a quote-unquote ridiculous situation affecting his daily life: paper straws. On Monday, President Trump signed an executive order rolling back a Biden-era policy aimed at phasing out single-use plastics from federal operations.
We're going back to plastic straws. These things don't work. I've had them many times, and on occasion they break, they explode. If something's hot, they don't last very long, like a matter of minutes, sometimes a matter of seconds. It's a ridiculous situation. So we're going back to plastic straws. I think it's okay. And I don't think that plastic's going to affect a shark very much as they're munching their way through the ocean.
Now, this isn't President Trump's first battle against the bendy villains. In fact, during his 2020 re-election campaign, his team sold Trump-branded reusable plastic straws for $15 a pack, claiming that liberal paper straws simply don't work. But while President Trump's crusade might seem like a quirky personal preference, the environmental stakes are quite severe. In fact, the world churns out a staggering 460 million metric tons of plastic every single year, and less than 10% of this gets recycled. The rest finds its way into landfills, rivers, and oceans, with experts estimating that 1 truckload of plastic is dumped in the sea every single minute. And plastic straws alone make up about 40% of single-use plastics, with over 390 million used daily in the United States alone.
The environmental impact of plastic straws versus paper straws is entirely unclear. This has cost both the government and private industry an absolute ton of money and left consumers all over the country wildly dissatisfied with their straws. So we're asking aspects of the federal government, federal departments and agencies to look at their existing procurement processes, and we're asking your Domestic Policy Council to look holistically at this issue to address it, and it really is something that affects ordinary Americans in their everyday lives.
Now, President Trump, however, remains unfazed, and MAGA supporters across the country are in fact weighing in, declaring they prefer plastic over the paper straws.
I would honestly prefer the plastic one over a paper straw, to be honest. I mean, I know it's definitely worse for the environment. I wish there was a different way. But I mean, the paper ones are always soggy, so it's a little difficult, but you know.
But now, as the United States pivots back to plastic, questions loom large, and states like California, Oregon, and New Jersey have already put restrictions on plastic straw use. And globally, nations continue to grapple with the ballooning plastic crisis, struggling to find common ground as President Donald Trump brings them back into his life and ours.
We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we put together for you. Touted as the minimum defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send the special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout this week. Yes, Hindu Mandir we're on our way to Tel Aviv. Measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive.
I don't think that
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sherin Tagwe. Welcome to
60% of the world's
office. Prime Minister Modi did the iron.
We were actually.
How are you doing? How do you like? It's been 1 year since that meeting. Iron bars separate you from the outside. Out the vote efforts. Trump had, it says, and at $4.3 trillion. 300 billion by 2030. That's what we need to tackle climate change.